Hey guys, King of Charmanders here, and today I bring to you a video on soloing 108-star Black Diablos. This is the best guide for outbreaks. So this video reveals my super weapon strategy for being able to do 108-star Black Diablos. And this is solo. If you don't have a max Kushalabo, if you have friends to play with, that's great. Unfortunately, not all of us do. And if you have a community to play with or a group, you are very lucky in comparison to the other game that dominates my area here as a guy in California. But what I do have is the 8-star Black Diablos build. This is a great 10.5 Kushalabo max build with 3 pieces of Kushala gear. At grade 8 for the male Vambraces and Coil, along with 2 pieces of focus gear because you need to be able to get to focus 5. You got the Azarath helm as well as the Jura Greaves with 5 ice attack drift smelts. Now disclaimer, yes, this is a lot. This is still statistically the best... I can't say that to save my life, but this is the best ice build in the game as of right now, and probably for the foreseeable future. And yes, you can solo 8-star Black Diablos fast with this super build. To use it though, you need Azarath's helmet at grade 8, the Kushala Diora male, Vambrace, and Coil at grade 8, the Jura Greaves at grade 8 with 5 ice attack drift smelts. It's really expensive and it's a lot. So if you put in the work, you probably already have this already, or if you are getting here, you're on the right path, because this is factually the best build as far as ice elemental in the game as of right now. And again, like I mentioned before, it's going to be like this way for a pretty long while. And to start off, here's some obvious outbreak tips. Get there early before it starts. Don't wait your seconds, unless you have a group, and hopefully you're not the guy that's late. But if you're in a group, hopefully you have someone with the paralysis build, just like in Silver Rathalos for Shibuya. During Monster Hunter Now Carnival, paralysis is amazing, and stacking food to use special skills early is super valuable. So those things will make this easier. And here's the strategy for 8-star Black Diablos. Again, this is for the Kushala super weapon, the bow. You charge left to level 3, and then you left charge step and power shot. And then you, number 2, you'll go to level 3, you'll forward charge sidestep and power shot the wings. And then you go left again, and you power shot the wings. So left, forward, left, and then you finish it off like you see here, and then you shoot it in the booty with the special skill, which is the Dragon Piercer, where you're not going to shoot it in the booty all the time. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. And your shortest possible kill time is going to be 16 seconds, at least against Black Diablos. Otherwise, it's going to be 16 to 25 seconds or longer, depending if you have any hiccups or something like that, or get stunned in the middle like this, and it's flopping like a Magikarp for dear life, and you can't land your special shot, or something else goes wrong, because obviously something else goes wrong every single time. But yeah, combine that steppage with this strategy, and you will be fine. For example, don't forget your food like you see here. And it should make things easier. And now you have special skill in the beginning. So again, step 1, power shot left. Step 2, power shot forward towards the wings. And then step 3, you're gonna do it all over again like this. Step 1 and 3 repeats. It flops out of the ground. You special skill. You shoot it in the back or the wings. You find the right angle. And then it is finished off. And hopefully you get a Wyvern Gem Shard or something you've been needing from 8-star Black Diablos. But again, unless you're gonna expect some errors. You're gonna have something go wrong, so make sure you have some breathing room. But 16 seconds is pretty dang sweet if you're going after for the most efficiency you got. Obviously, in a group, this is gonna be a lot faster. You're gonna be able to kill it more than 16 seconds, but that depends on everybody else's build. Assuming all of you have Kushalabos, you're probably going to roaster very, very quickly. Otherwise, if you're a solo player and you've practiced enough or you got your little bit of a rhythm, this will work wonders for you. And of course, during your Outbreak run, you're going to learn some lessons, but here's the one from the test solo that I learned. Develop your strategy early so you don't waste your time for healing items. I'm probably going to do this same exact strategy for the rest of the Outbreaks, but of course you can only do this with a super weapon unless you're in a group. Because if you're in a group, and if I had a group, I probably would have just trucked all of these because I just need one person to take all the damage. I'm just kidding. You're likely going to use healing items. Having a paralysis backup is really helpful, or just having another hunter in general, just because of the way Black Diablos' HP scales as you get more players. So expect mistakes and of course network issues, etc. So leave some breathing room for those errors and some time you might have to spend getting trucked like you see right here if you happen to go against a super aggressive Black Diablos and your plan just goes off the wall. Now in order for you to actually pull this off where you get 100 monsters, given if the next boss is actually, for the outbreaks, is actually a lot easier in Black Diablos, you might be able to do this in 60 to 70% of outbreaks, so about like 30 minutes or more, or something like that, or even less. If you consider 3 kills per minute, it's possible. For 3 times 33 is 99, so if you get a monster that has way less HP than Black Diablos and is less of a pain than Black Diablos, then it's totally possible to finish the outbreak in the 40 minutes or less. If I got the strategy to begin with, it would have been fine even while the errors I had right here, and with a little bit of the hiccups, which made some of my Black Diablos runs a little longer. And of course, with any new feature, there's going to be suggestions, or hopefully new ones get improved in the future. For one, make this like a hunt-a-thon where you don't have to go back in, or at least make entry faster. Like, having to go back and forth in, it might be faster than hunt-a-thons because that little loading screen, but the thing about it is, this was like super annoying. So, just, if you're going to do 100 to begin with, like, let us skip the, whatchamacallit, the hunt, the completion screens and all that. Can we just skip all that, or make something to where we can skip all that? Because, like, I don't need those extra 5 seconds in my life. And there should be a lot more available. I heard a lot of posts, you know, because I advocate for the community all the time, and I wish more of us actually did that instead of stuff that we want, because the community is ultimately what keeps this game alive. Players shouldn't have to travel to another city or go too far to find an outbreak. Even if you scale them out, hopefully you can make it, like, spread out, like, okay, like, every 5 points or something like that, or consider, like, hey, it's not a bad idea to put outbreaks on top of other things, especially if they're going to be like specific days, etc. So if you're going to make a point to be able to have a hunt-a-thon and then an outbreak later. So, I mean, in Pokemon Go, you have all these things you can do with Pokestops now. Why can't we do those with our gathering points? And there should be global matchmaking. Global matchmaking has been one of the things that has kept this game alive for a lot of the players. If you don't live in Japan, Singapore, etc., of course, Asian countries are places where you have large populations. You should have global matchmaking to make it easier, and soloing should be optional. With that being said, if you do solo, or if you're the guy like me and you're probably going to carry that run unless you got another super crack player, and there are plenty of them out there if you put in a lot of work, they should get better rewards. You get the guy out there that's pulling and carrying the team on his back. The guy that's carrying the team on his back, or gal, or whoever you identify, should be able to annihilate and get a lot more rewards. And let's hope that something like that is implemented in the future. So did I make the 100? Well, I actually didn't. I only ended up at 97 because of a few app errors. Remember I said make that time earlier to where you're going to have some errors? Well, I had something that took me out for like 5-10 minutes, and I was like, what? And it actually cost me, I was at, think at like 90, I was at 87, and then that happened. Had I had that extra time, I totally got to 100. But I also did the strategy late, so that's why I didn't end up making 100 to begin with. So there's multiple things that could happen, but had I had this strategy to begin with, I totally would have finished in like 30, I think little over 39 minutes, something like that. Now, hopefully more content like Outbreaks is being considered for the future. One of the things Monster Hunter now is really struggling with is content. Yes, Monster Hunter is hunting, etc. I get it, but there's a whole lot more things you can do in the main series games versus what Monster Hunter now is limited to right now. In other words, Monster Hunter now is in danger. The whole ticketed event thing, cycling over and over, and the multitude of events, yeah, that works great for Pokemon Go, but for Monster Hunter now, we need more content. Like PvP, for those of you that played a long time ago for like Generations, something like that, PvP was actually a thing, and I really think it should be implemented in a game because we need something that's going to bring this game and make it unique in comparison to Monster Hunter Wilds, which I have actually yet to play. And after I take my my board exam, and I don't have to study my brains off, I'll probably start playing Monster Hunter now. Monster Hunter Wilds. Anyways, good luck on your grinds. Hopefully y'all are enjoying it. Hopefully Outbreaks and more things will be considered for the future. And I will see y'all on the next video.